Good morning, class. It's good to see everybody again. We are going to continue our learning about simple past and our past continuous. Now let's do a quick review before we jump into the lesson here. So we're going to do our simple past rule. Remember, it refers to actions or states that happened in the past. So that's yesterday or 5 minutes ago. Remember, we are going to use a verb and then we're going to have the ed, that ed at the end. So look is now looked, tells me you looked in the past. Quickly going to go over as well our past continuous. Just repeat past continuous. Now remember, this rule is used to describe an action that was interrupted by another event. So we would be using the words was, were, and then adding the ing at the end of the so I put some examples here. I was reading. We were reading. I'm going to leave this up here. I want everyone to be able to copy that down. This is going to be important while we go through the lesson today. So I want us to break up into pairs. Wherever you're sitting, just work with the person next to you. We're just doing this real quick here. We are going to just go through page, so actually, I apologize. I should have told everybody. Just open your textbooks that are on your table to page 30. We're going to work on this sheet today, and it also has the rules there for you and everything like that. I have extras if nobody has their textbook. You can grab that at the front of the classroom here. Okay, so we are going to go over it says lesson 11, a homestay. Okay, so I'm gonna help read out loud. We're gonna break into pairs, and we're gonna answer and fill in from our word bank up here. We're gonna fill in the blanks here. So you guys go ahead and start. I'll give you a few moments to do that. Okay, so let's just do the first one. She's excited. Correct? Oh, you know what? I apologize. Maggie and Charlie went on a homestay to Puerto Rico. Look at the pictures and complete the sentence. So we're going to be talking about Maggie and Charlie quite a bit in this thing here. Okay, let me just get this going. Who can answer the first one here? She's, I want you to take a look at this word bank. So she's relaxed. Perfect. So you have that ED, correct? What does he look like? Worried. He's worried. Excellent. You guys are doing great today. Okay. Now they're in Puerto Rico. She's surprised. It looks like someone surprised her and welcoming her home in that picture. So surprised. Okay, and you guys can go on in your pairs and start doing the rest of those. Okay. Now, we're going to erase this. I need space. Okay, we're going to go through and do the past simple. So I'm going to give you guys an example on past simple. We know our rules, right? The root form of the verb, add the ed. So I'm going to give you an example for this one. So we'll do, sorry guys, last year I traveled to France. So, last year, so this means it was in the past. Sorry, you know what? Let me use my red marker here so you guys can see that. So last year tells me this happened in the past, correct? So I wouldn't write last year I traveled to France. That doesn't make sense. Last year I traveled. You have to put that ED when you're doing your simple past. Okay, so let's do a past continuous here. So, and also, I should reference, you can technically interchange. So it can be past simple, simple past. I understand what you're saying. I know that we had a couple students flipping those back and forth. So, that was my simple past. I want you guys to just have these as your examples, so write them down in your notebooks as well, okay? Okay, here's another one. We're going to do our past continuous now. I was traveling to Paris when I suddenly was sick. Okay, so if we take a look at our rule again, remember this is why it's so good to have this. This is how you guys will be referencing. So we are doing an action that's interrupted by an event. So what action am I doing? I was traveling. So this is my action here. Was traveling, right? And then something got interrupted, correct? My traveling was interrupted by becoming sick. So, is everyone, oh sorry. So this shows me my action, and here's my event. My event is I was sick. Okay. Now I hope everyone understands that. If anyone needs extra time to write that down, please do so. We are going to go to page 31. So just right over, and we're actually going to go through the diary that's at the top here. So let me just pull this up. Okay. We're actually going to go, I want everyone to quickly read through the diary. So this is her diary that Maggie kept on her for her trip. So quickly read through that, and then we're going to go through and we're going to actually do section B together. And I'm going to write this on the board as well. So let me clear this off. Does everyone have that? Perfect. Okay. Sorry, it's going to be a little bit messy here. Okay. All right. Okay, that gave you guys enough time to read through. So I want to go over this. So we can see we're going to be using, well, as you see, was and were. This is what we're doing right now, correct? Okay. Charlie and Maggie weren't on a school trip. And then sorry, I'm just going to pull this. Where did I put? I thought I had both here. Just remember to keep your word bank that was here. Okay. Maggie blank worried on the plane, but Charlie blank. Maggie, correct. Maggie was worried on the plane, but Charlie wasn't. Excellent. Let's do another one. Pablo and Sonia blank friendly. Pablo and Sonia were friendly, right? So we've got to remember, we're reading, we're going up here. She's talking in her diary, and we're just referencing and going back and forth. Charlie's Spanish was good, so he blank frustrated. Charlie's Spanish was good, so he wasn't frustrated. Good job. That's excellent. You guys are definitely catching on to the was and the weren't. So if you want to finish that off, and what we're going to do now is we're going to hop into doing an activity. And I'm super excited to see you guys do this. So you're going to take some time. You're going to break off into either pairs or in groups of 3. And now I want you to get into those right now. And what I want you to do is do a skit, or an explanation of a time that you traveled. So it could be your first time here in Canada, when you were moving here, which would be amazing. I'd love to hear that story. If you're not comfortable sharing that story, you could even make a story up, and I'm fine with that as well. But just remember, as you're doing this, you need to use the was, the past simple, and the past continuous within. And then I'm going to have you guys highlight your script. Okay? So go ahead, why don't you guys break into your pairs, and if you need any help, I'm more than happy to come out and help you guys. Okay, I'm excited to see.